So let's know about primary auxiliaries today. Now before beginning primary auxiliary, let us have a quick glance over auxiliaries. What are auxiliary verbs? So these auxiliary verbs are also called as helping verbs. They have no meaning on their own, but they are necessary for the grammatical structure of a sentence. They help the main verbs to complete the meaning of the sentence. Now, there are only about 15 helping verbs in English, and we divide them into two basic groups. First is primary helping verbs or primary auxiliary verbs, and the second is modal auxiliaries. So first we will take primary auxiliary verbs. So these are again three kind, or we can say there are three forms of these primary auxiliaries. They are be, do and have. And we can use these three verbs as helping verbs or as main verbs also. Now let us see the uses of helping verbs. So first we take the be form. Now be form is used in framing the simple questions. We create simple yes no questions by inverting the order of subject and the to be verb. For example, is your brother taller than you? Were they embarrassed by the comedian? Now the same inversion takes place when to be is combined with verbs in the progressive, or we can say continuous tense. Like, is it snowing in the mountains? Were your children driving home this weekend? So here we saw that the auxiliary verbs, be form of auxiliary verb, that is is, am, are, was, were, they are used in the beginning to frame interrogative questions. Now let us see the second kind of auxiliary, primary auxiliary, that is do form, and the uses of do, does and did. We use do or does in the simple present tense, and did is used in the simple past tense. Now do will function as an auxiliary to express the negative and the interrogative, or to ask questions. Now this you all know, let me again repeat. Does is substituted for third person singular subjects in the present tense, and the past tense did works with all persons singular or plural. Now the so-called emphatic do has many uses in English. Now we will see the other uses of do. Now to add emphasis to an entire sentence, we use do. Like, he does like spinach. He really does. Now here we are emphasizing that he really likes spinach. Now it is also used to add emphasis to an imperative. Do come in. Now here actually it softens the command. Now it is also used to add emphasis to a frequency adverb. He never did understand his father. She always does manage to hurt her mother's feelings. Now with yes no questions, the form of do goes in front of the subject and the main verb comes after the subject. We have already discussed that the order changes. Did your grandmother know Truman? Do wildflowers grow in your backyard? Now, forms of do are useful in expressing similarity and differences in conjunction with so and neither. For example, My wife hates spinach, and so does my son. My wife doesn't like spinach, neither do I. So here we used this does to show the similarity or differences. Now, do is also helpful because it means you don't have to repeat the verb. Here we avoid the repetition of the verb. For example, Larry excelled in language studies. So did his brother. Rahul studies as hard as his sister does. So here we are not supposed to repeat the verb, and we can write like this by using does or did. Now we see the next kind of primary auxiliary, that is has, have or had. Now forms of the verb to have are used to create tenses known as the present perfect and past perfect tenses. The perfect tenses indicates that something has happened in the past. The present perfect indicating that something happened and might be continuing to happen. The past perfect indicating that something happened prior to something else happening. These perfect tenses you have already watched the video. I have already uploaded the video for the perfect tenses. You can take help of that video. Now, have is often combined with an infinitive to form an auxiliary whose meaning is similar to must. Like, I have to have a car like that. I have to have a car like that. Here we are combining the infinitive. Infinitive here, what is the infinitive here? To have. When we add to with the base form of verb, it becomes infinitive. She has to pay her own tuition at college. She has to have been the first student to try that.